Hello everyone, welcome to MAT-012 Foundational Algebra. My name is Thaddeus Krupa. I will be an instructor this semester. Here's my contact information. As you can see, my phone number, that's actually my cell number, email, and obviously you found the video. So the rest of the page are some standard NCCC documents you can read through if you need to, in particular the policies and resources on the right-hand side. So you want to click on Start Here, so we're on the home page. So we'll go to Start Here, and it tells us, well, I introduce myself again. There's a picture of me teaching Calculus 2, so don't be intimidated by the material on the board. You want to introduce yourself through the icebreaker and start reading through documents A through F, and I'll just take you through them briefly here. You always want to check on course announcements. You can get that from the home page also, but if you click on course announcements, you'll see assignments that are due. I'll be updating this each day that the assignments are due. Check your T-Wolves email also. You'll get these announcements. Okay, if you go to Icebreaker Introduction, introduce yourself. You can follow the directions here, and I made a little post of myself that you can read through. So you just follow the directions on the previous page and you'll be able to make a post. And then let's read through the documents. So course materials. Most important part of the course is the access code to My Math Lab. And you can purchase it through the bookstore, through Pearson, that's our publisher online. And you could also get temporary access, so you can get a 14-day temporary access code from Pearson, so you can start it on the work immediately. This little book here will start in about a week or so with lecture notes, so you can download that free, and I'll be posting videos on the lectures. And then most importantly, besides the access code, you want to obtain a scientific calculator. I'm recommending a TI-30XA, or this is the one I use, the TI-30X2S. In particular, besides the scientific work that it does, it helps us to work with fractions, and that's something that we'll be doing quite often, and it makes life a lot easier when you can use the fraction calculator. So I'd like you to get that. It's very inexpensive. And go to My Math Lab information. That's item B on the left. Gives you the registration instructions. For homework, watch this video. It's only about 10 minutes. Tells you how to enter answers in My Math Lab and how to navigate. This document B3, you could wait to read that until you get a little bit familiar with My Math Lab. Some of the terminology in here might not be meaningful, but take a browse at that as well as watching this video here. And this is where we're going to go pretty much every time to do our coursework. So My Math Lab coursework item C. If you haven't registered, just click on all assignments and it will lead you through the registration process. Realize you want our course is linked to My Math Lab from Blackboard. So if there is no course ID, you do not go to My Math Lab directly. You always come through Blackboard. Click on item C as we just did, and click on My Math Lab all assignments. Once you are registered, I'll click on this and it'll bring us to My Math Lab, and you will see a list of all the assignments for the entire semester. So there's videos you can watch, there's homework, there are take-home quizzes to prepare for the actual quizzes. Notice over here, take-home quizzes an infinite number of times. You can take that as many times as you want, but for the actual quiz, only one time. So take-home quizzes, My Math Lab will only count your best score, so take them as many times as you like. And then we accumulate enough work to have a test, and prior to the test, there's a problem set correlating to the test directly. So problem sets just like a quiz, or just like a take-home quiz, that is. Do that as many times as you like. MyMathLab keeps only your best score, and then you take the actual test, which is a mirror image of that problem set. So going back to our course in Blackboard, some more of the details. You could read. I'm just going to go quickly here. Course syllabus. Print this out. Click on it. A lot of information here, and wait for it to pop up. And it doesn't, so I'll click here, and there's our syllabus. So print this, and it tells you a lot about the course, what their student learning outcomes. And read through this, the attendance. There's a grading policy, breaks down what everything is worth. There's a participation and discussion that we'll talk about. That's worth 10% of your grade also. And there's the final exam. So read through this, and we have free tutoring through ACE Online Tutoring. Just click here and you'll be brought to a place where you can make an appointment. So I'm going to close this out. Make sure you print that and read it carefully. A lot of information there for you. And going back to the syllabus, item D, there's the schedule as well. So if you click on the schedule, you'll see, you might want to print this as well. You will see a list of all the assignments that are due. I mentioned the participation and discussion, but here's all of the assignments that are due, lesson by lesson. And it's a quick pace because there's only 6 weeks, but feel free to work ahead and try to, at the very minimum, keep pace with what I'm suggesting here. But if you need due dates extended, feel free to email me, and I would be happy to extend the due dates. So going back to the course outline, you could read through this. That tells you all the topics that we'll be learning. Here's a participation and discussion. Thought it would be nice if you just pick an article, Google something here that I've listed. Pick an article, read about it, and comment on it. I'm not grading you on the if you're right or wrong. It's just your opinion, and maybe it'll be a little bit of fun for everybody to create a little thread and comment on your classmates' posts. There's Ask a Question area. That's for general questions. For specific MyMathLab questions, as it says here, click on Ask My Instructor within the question in MyMathLab. Here's a link to ACE Online Tutoring. If you click this, you'll be able to make an appointment. And I believe they're all virtual appointments at this point. Here's a place where you can send email, my contact information, Starfish, and some other resources. In particular, MyMathLab help if you have trouble registering or getting into our course, you can contact them. But always send me an email first. And then we have Blackboard help and some other things you can read on your own. So I want to keep this short, so I'm going to stop momentarily. But once again, the main thing is, let's go back here, course materials, main thing, access code, calculator, and if you have a different calculator, feel free to tell me. As long as it works with fractions, it'll be sufficient. But I do not want you to use your cell phone as a calculator. So get a scientific calculator. If you have a graphing calculator, that's great. That'll work just fine. Keystrokes may be different from the short videos that I'm going to post, but we'll work through that on a case-by-case basis. So again, main things are course materials, access code, calculator, and menu item C. That's where we go to do all our work. You register. Once you register, you only need to register once, and then you click on MyMathLab All Assignments, and it brings you to all of our coursework. So I hope this was helpful, and I wish you the best of luck in the semester, and feel free to contact me at any time.